Welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey Williams. In today's program, how the government is using technology to ensure efficiency. Plus, there's money being given away. Hear what you can do to get some. And a little picker-upper for all you entrepreneurs. Stay tuned for all that and more. But first, the news.
Did you know that in a recent survey done by the OCA in schools across Jamaica, 43% of the students received inappropriate messages from strangers? The OCA wants you to be smart online. Never speak to persons you don't know. Parents, encourage your children to be social but be smart.
This message was brought to you by the Office of the Children's Advocate with support from UNICEF.
Good day, I'm Carrie-Ann Smith and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 20. 120 members of the Jamaica Defense Force Disaster Response Team are on standby to render assistance to Caribbean islands affected by Hurricane Maria.
That response team can help in the maintenance of public order, can help with engineering, they can help with relief distribution, damage assessment, and whatever other need.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness made the pledge during an address to Parliament Tuesday. Mr. Holness says he's in contact with his counterparts in the Eastern Caribbean and stands ready to help in the recovery process. The Prime Minister says contact has also been made with multilateral and international partners who have expressed a willingness to assist. Help is also being offered to Jamaican nationals who may still be stranded in regional countries affected by recent hurricanes.
If there are Jamaicans that need airlifting, the posture of the government is that as far as possible we will try to assist. I will send out my feelers again through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to see if there are any Jamaicans still stranded there.
And Prime Minister Holness used the opportunity to urge Jamaicans to prepare for natural disasters.
In the current era, preparation cannot be too much. It is better to be safe than to be sorry, and preparation helps recovery.
Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett has been appointed coordinator of the United Nations World Tourism Organization's UNWTO newly formed Disaster Recovery Working Group for the affected states in the Caribbean. The program was formed as a response mechanism for member states that have been recently impacted by powerful natural disasters such as hurricanes, tropical storms, and earthquakes. Virtual meetings were proposed for some member states, among them Spain, Barbados, the United States of America, Honduras, Puerto Rico, Venezuela, Cuba, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Jamaica, Haiti, Mexico, and France. At the inaugural meeting of the newly convened recovery program, heads of delegations provided an update on the state of their countries and expressed gratitude for this positive showing of solidarity for the impacted nations. Minister Bartlett said the next step would involve contacting the Caribbean Tourism Organization and the Tourism Association, followed by a UNWTO technical visit. Jamaica has taken steps to implement the requisite governance structures to increase business friendliness with the recent tabling of the Special Economic Zones regulations. The regulations are intended to drive the Special Economic Zones Act of 2016, which will see to the development, construction, regulation, administration, supervision, management, and control of special economic zones on the island. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the regulations do not require any affirmative resolution and will be signed by the relevant minister to become part of the law. He adds that Jamaica's transformation includes the modernization of legislation that will drive efficiency.
We have to strike the balance and ensure the required interconnectivity to drive us forward. It is this relationship, Mr. Speaker, among a range of service providers, infrastructure developers, providers of goods and technology and services that will ensure the linkages in our economy to ensure our growth and job creation success.
In other news, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck says additional staff will be hired to serve the court system. Cabinet has signed off on 17 more posts, including 10 Crown Counsels for the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP. In addition, the number of criminal courts at the Supreme Court in downtown Kingston will increase from 6 to 12.
Requests has also been made, Mr. Speaker, to the Ministry of Finance for upgrading of existing posts in the courts and for additional staff to work in these courts.
Minister Chuck made the announcements in Parliament Tuesday. Mr. Chuck says until the requests have been finalized with the Finance Ministry, staff from various agencies of the Justice Ministry will be placed on secondment to the courts. The Michaelmas term of the annual judicial year began on Monday with an overwhelming number of cases to be tried. In the circuit courts across the island, there are more than 2,000 cases, with 861 serious offences in the home circuit alone. In addition, there are more than 35,000 cases in the parish courts awaiting trial. Sports Minister Olivia Grange is calling on players in the sector to capitalize on Jamaica's sport brand and carve out a niche market in the booming sports goods industry. Minister Grange made the call at the opening of the Interregional Conference on the strategic use of intellectual property in sport at the Jamaica Conference Centre Tuesday. She said though the Jamaican sport brand is unquestionable, the island has not taken full advantage of it.
Jamaican sport is built on integrity, accountability, transparency, and excellence, among other principles. We should capitalize on these principles by protecting the intellectual property rights associated with our athletes and sporting institutions.
And finally, the Pesticides Control Authority, PCA, is warning Jamaicans not to purchase and use illegal pesticides. Addressing a recent JIS think tank, Registrar of the PCA, Michael Ramsey, says the authority has found that many of the substances being sold are not authentic.
We have bought a rat bait that we saw being sold that is locally manufactured illegally. And when tested in the lab, there was nothing in there that could kill a rat. So the persons buying that product were only feeding the rats.
Mr. Ramsey says some of the illegal pesticides contain active ingredients that are known to be problematic. He further informed that the very popular black mosquito coils and mosquito repellent wristbands are also illegal in Jamaica, as no application for registration of the product has been received by the PCA. Labeling on all pesticides must be approved by the PCA before the necessary permission is given for sale of the product within the country. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Carrie Ann Smith. Thank you for watching.
The government has big plans for communities across Jamaica as it continues to drive economic growth and job creation. Come hear the plans in a series called OPM Live. OPM Live is a forum in which government and community officials update residents on development plans in their area. The series begins on Thursday, September 21. Barbican. OPM Live will come to you on Thursday, September 21 at 6 p.m. at the Loshusan Roundabout. OPM Live, taking government to you. Brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister, building a prosperous Jamaica.
The government is serious about integrating technology to achieve its goal of developed nation status by the year 2030. And part of that focus has allowed us, yes, Jamaica, to stage the first ever Geographic Information System User Conference right here on our island home on October 11 and 12. More details next.
Imagine a Jamaica where its people are empowered to achieve their fullest potential. A Jamaican society that is secure, cohesive and just, with a prosperous economy and a healthy natural environment. With the integration of geographic information systems, Jamaica can realize those goals. GIS technology is one of the tools the island is using as it positions itself for first world status in the digital age. Geographic information systems are used in various sectors, from water, land, transport, health, education, agriculture, insurance, as well as environment and disaster management.
The Road Safety Unit is unique in that we use GIS technology to ascertain trend, spatial characteristics and distribution of accidents as well as fatalities, because when we put out a report, we try to give factual, and GIS help us in a way that we can show a graphical representation of what is the actual trend.
We use the platform to provide solutions to our client, whether they're from the government or private sector. We provide solutions to make their organization more productive, more efficient, and also to help them to create an environment for sharing and collaboration throughout the organization.
GIS facilitates us being able to map the location of features. So it is place-based, it's location-based, and anything that we think about with regards to society is located somewhere in the island, whether it's human-related or physical, and this can be mapped, it can be monitored, it can be managed effectively with a view to ensuring that we're able to facilitate development.
And now GIS technology is also being used to address national security and public safety challenges.
What will bring success is an increase in public trust, a partnership with our communities, respect for people's rights, less corruption, stemming the flow of our youths into gangs, the use of technology, a calm and informed citizenry, and strong leadership.
By incorporating traditional law enforcement data with information such as demographics, infrastructure, and offender tracking, Jamaica can use GIS to transform information into actionable intelligence. Geospatial tools offer the capability of monitoring, predicting, and countering threats while helping to strategize and support field operations. The use of advanced spatial analytical tools and advanced imaging technologies enable the continuous flow of data between intelligence, law enforcement agencies, and security companies in pre, real-time, and post-operations. Through its secretariat, the National Spatial Data Management Division, the LICJ spearheads Jamaica's implementation of a GIS network across the island. And every year in November, the LICJ promotes the technology through GIS Day and Geography Awareness Week. This year's focus will showcase GIS technology as a crime-fighting tool under the theme Geospatial Technologies, Mapping Our Way to Secure Communities. The 25th anniversary of the LICJ will also be celebrated in November. As part of those celebrations, the Council will host the inaugural GIS User Conference on October 10 and 11, 2017 at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel in Kingston.
It will be a platform to facilitate networking among policymakers, leaders, and other members of society to ensure that best practices can be discussed and employed to ensure that our varied strategic objectives and mandate are met.
It is very useful, so we're hoping that the user conference helps to promote and push GIS in this country.
We want to bring GIS to the fore for not just our GIS community, but for persons outside of that community to be aware of this platform and its capabilities.
We welcome everyone, students, persons from government, private sector, the public at large, to come out to the various events that we have in store for you.
Learn more about the GIS User Conference by visiting gisuserconferenceja.com.
Jamaica comes alive for Jamaica 55. The Jamaica Information Service is inviting primary, secondary, and tertiary students to catch the vibes and join in the celebration by participating in this year's staging of the JIS Heritage Competition. Primary and prep school children, ages 9 to 12, enter the essay competition and tell us how you would want to see Jamaica in 55 years. High schoolers enter the poster competition. Show us your artistic interpretations of Jamaica throughout her 55 years in a poster titled Jamaica 55. Posters may be designed digitally or illustrated. Zoom, click, snap. Yes, tertiary students, the photo competition is back. Capture an image that best represents Jamaica 55. For more information on the competition rules and how to submit entries, visit the JIS website at www.jis.gov.jm. You may also send an email to heritageessay@jis.gov.jm, heritageposter@jis.gov.jm, or heritagephoto@jis.gov.jm, or call us at 926-3590-4. The deadline for all entries is October 31, 2017. So ready, set, go for prizes galore. JIS Heritage Competition 2017, celebrating Jamaica 55.
Up next, we see how the Ministry of Tourism is dishing out sweet treats to the sector through a specially designed loan facility.
Lack of funding. That's usually one of the main issues preventing business growth. Having realized this, the tourism industry in 2016 implemented a financing program for its stakeholders. A year later, there are numerous reports of businesses being able to stay afloat as a result of the Tourism Enhancement Fund Export-Import Bank Small Medium Tourism Enterprises Loan Facility.
Truth is, right now we are the only candy company in the country. And there was one prior, and we were using that person as our contract packer. But the machines were old, and they functioned like old machines. And the gentleman who owned that factory decided, I'm just not doing this anymore. And it could have been the death of the business. And I heard about the facility, approached Exim Bank, and we decided that this thing had to happen. It couldn't stop. At the time, we had great distribution in Jamaica. We had started doing export markets, and the momentum was necessary. But I needed new machinery. I needed more staff members, because there were only 2 of us at the time that were running the business. And I needed a bigger space.
Let's pause the confectioner's story and tell you more later on the sweet deal. Just like Miss Aaron's, there are several businesses in need of capital. The TEF Exim Bank loan is established for such a reason. The loan facility provides well-needed banking support to small and medium-sized tourism enterprises, those companies that play a part in the tourism value chain. Among those eligible are operators involved in spa and wellness, gastronomy, that's restaurants and food-related businesses, small accommodations, shopping and galleries, attractions, knowledge networks, and sports and entertainment, as well as manufacturers and suppliers. The TEF kickstarted the facility with a financial injection of $300 million of a committed $1 billion. Thus, initial funding allowed tourism operators to access up to $25 million each at 4.5% interest rate over 5 years.
The loans are going, accommodation was 21%, transportation 25%, shopping 6%, manufacturing 9%, gastronomy 5%, services 9%, spas and wellness 2%, attractions 17%.
As a result of the program's success, the TEF recently pumped more funding into the loan facility. An allocation of $350 million has been dispersed to the Exim Bank to continue the provision of loans to the operators of small and medium-sized tourism enterprises. The allocation represents the second tranche of the committed amount.
The bank has completed over 28 loan applications totaling $509 million under the SMT loan program. Applications totaling 408 have been approved, with disbursements totaling $311 million.
Already in processing is an additional 25 qualified expressions of interest, totaling approximately $470 million. These figures give credence to a recent World Bank report, which stated that tourism enterprises contribute up to 60% of total employment and up to 40% of national income in emerging economies. Now it's time to finish unwrapping the sweetest story.
And with the facility, I've been able to move my staff count from 2 to 12. I've been able to move into 4,000 square feet of factory space. I've bought a brand new production line. Every hotel along the whole North Coast carries our products in the gift shop. It's been an easy sell for me to go into any hotel and say, hey, show me where you have the Jamaican candy. And they go, and I'm able to give them the bag of Jamaican candy. And everybody carries all my products. In addition, I am driven to ensure that when you go into a Jamaican restaurant and you buy a plate of curry goat or a plate of oxtail, you get a Jamaican candy with your bill.
Yes.
It has to happen. And so, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Minister. I'm coming from a place where when I first wanted to start this business 2 years ago, I could get, and I say it all the time, I could get an unsecured loan for a carnival costume, and I couldn't get the same to start this business. And I'm happy that the conversation is changing, and I am coming back to you for some more money because we need to satisfy those orders. Thank you, folks.
For more information on the small and medium-sized tourism enterprises loan facility, persons may call the Exim Bank at 630-1400 to make an appointment, or visit its offices at 85 Hope Road, Kingston 6, or click on their website at eximbankja.com.
Yo, this is We're committed to reducing the impact of disasters occurring in Jamaica. We're ever ready to assist you before, during, and after a disaster. But everybody have a role to play, so make we work together and follow the plan. Whether rich or poor or where you come from, hurricanes affect everyone, so be prepared. Prevention is better than cure. Be prepared. Listen to OPM.
A message from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management.
Disabilities. Cognitive, developmental, intellectual, mental, physical, sensory, or a combination hinder growth and development. Many persons with any of the mentioned disabilities are often subject to abuse and negative scrutiny. The Housing Opportunity Production and Employment HOPE program does not discriminate, so put yourself out there, live above and beyond your disabilities, and get on board. HOPE provides educational and job opportunities for all young people aged 18 to 24 who are not employed or enrolled in a school or program of training. Join the program that's giving hope to Jamaica's youth. Entrepreneurial struggles are countless, and this often leads to the discontinuation of great ideas. In light of this, a number of public-private partnerships have been formed with the aim of facilitating the entrepreneurial journey. Watch this for details.
If it is that one day you're not feeling well or you have somebody who needs care at home, what we will do is that we'll have one of our nurses or our doctors come in and take care of the person.
Jamaica is cultivating an entrepreneurial culture, and young people like former fashion designer Chanel Francis are leading the way. It's estimated that over 90% of new jobs in Jamaica are created by small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs. This surge in the SME sector is driven by a new passion for entrepreneurship, government policies, and public-private partnerships. The Small Business Association is ensuring that entrepreneurs are aware of assistance programs like the Voucher for Technical Assistance to help SMEs with financial statements, business and marketing plans, and other technical needs. It's the result of a partnership between the Development Bank of Jamaica and the Private Sector Organization of Jamaica. And companies such as the National Bakery have been pouring millions into philanthropic ventures that support SMEs. The Bold Ones is one such program where assistance is provided to selected SMEs in the manufacturing sector to market their products, grow their companies, and employ more Jamaicans. The junior market of the Jamaica Stock Exchange is helping to build the sector by providing a platform for SMEs to increase funds and raise the profile of their business. The government of Jamaica is also playing its part to develop a flourishing SME sector.
My mission is to elevate the MSMEs to a formal and structured sector in the Jamaican economy and to accord them the dignity they deserve as critical contributors to national building.
To help achieve this goal, the government has established an office to roll out its SME and entrepreneurship policy. Some of the key areas of focus include cutting the bureaucracy and regulatory costs of setting up and operating businesses. The government is also providing business development support through organizations like the Jamaica Business Development Corporation and Startup Jamaica. There is greater access to financing. SMEs can now use non-traditional assets as collateral. They can also benefit from a $30 million loan facility through the Exim Bank and the Jamaica Manufacturers Association. But it's not just the SME sector that's vibrant. Social enterprises are also making a profit and making a difference. One example is the Jamaica School for Social Entrepreneurship. It targets individuals and groups that run businesses for the social and environmental benefit of their communities. Returning residents and members of the Jamaican diaspora have also been active, and they are benefiting from the support of projects like the JN Foundation Social Enterprise Boost Initiative, or SEPT. This JN USAID project has been helping grant-funded operations transition into viable, profit-making businesses to support their social missions. Through SEPT, more than 130 community members have been employed in social enterprises, and some $37.7 million Jamaican dollars in revenue has been generated. Another initiative that's helping social enterprises is JN's I Support Jamaica platform. Because of I Support, projects under the Jamaica Diaspora Task Force on Education and many others are being exposed to crowdfunding. Thanks to the big ideas and boldness of small, medium-sized and social enterprises, coupled with enabling government policies and partnerships across sectors, Jamaica's small, medium-sized and social enterprises are making profits, creating employment and making a difference across the island.
The Scientific Research Council is bringing reliable, accurate and efficient analytical testing services to you. Investors, manufacturers and service operators, protect yourself and consumers by ensuring that your product and environs are safe and secure. Come to us to test your food, cosmetics, potable and recreational water, environmental air quality, trade effluent, and to conduct shelf life studies for products. The SRC conducts on-site sampling, or you can submit your samples to our offices at Hope Gardens Complex, Kingston 6. The Analytical Services Department Laboratory is certified locally and internationally and is accredited ISO 17025. For more information, visit our office or send an email to prinfo@src-jamaica.org or call us at 927-177124. The Scientific Research Council, making science, technology and innovation work for you.
And that's it from us here at Jamaica Magazine. Until tomorrow. But keep up with us on our social media sites, our JIS webpage, and download our app from Google Play and the Apple stores. I'm Audrey Williams. Take care.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.